Well, good morning, y'all. It's Thursday, June 22nd. This will be take two because I deleted the other video yesterday I was going to upload. Don't know how I did it, but I did it. I deleted the whole thing. Yeah, I had 12 minutes of rambling for y'all, and I deleted the whole darn thing. It's lovely how that goes, ain't it? I've done that more than once. But anyway, quick update for the farm. No rain since we last talked. I am on the irrigation, so I get the irrigation going now. Finally, last 2 days has all get out. I watered this a couple times. I made 2 runs in this. Yesterday and the day before, and I made 2 runs on it. Wasn't bad. Sorry, it was just my sprinkler system. And I was watering more the gravel than I was the corn, but was able to kind of get a little bit of it soaked. But now I'm running her again. I usually run this a good hour and a half. I'll shut it off here. We got a meeting in town here to go to, so I'll shut it off here. I'll shut it off here by 8 o'clock. Want to go to a meeting in town. Well, it's not quite where I want it. Kind of hard with this sprinkler. I mean, I'm going to really soak a row, but yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but it's, at least get some water to it because it's tasseling and there is basically no rain in sight. There's he's nosing for a rain shower. But I guess I'll try and recall what all I had in the other video. It's going to be hard. We was loading corn yesterday, hauling corn out. I'm not getting anything on this side, but yeah. So anyway, sorry. So it was loading corn out yesterday, got 4 loads in, and the day is getting closer. I delivered my tractor across the state line yesterday. That was also in the video, or not the tractor delivery, but the last pictures of it before it left. I left here at 2 o'clock yesterday. So it is now at the other dealer. They were going to work on it this morning. The other tractor is done. They got it today. It is all done, ready to come my way. They are just now what they are doing is getting the all the stuff out of my cab and putting it in theirs, like my 2020, my Pro 700, which didn't have to have the Pro in there, but I'm gonna use it to plant double crop beans with, so it's got to be in there. And with the 1200 monitor, and I kind of didn't really know this till a few days ago. I mean, I guess I kind of heard about it when we done the deal a year ago, but never really kind of paid attention. Now it's fruition. My Berkey's dealer is getting, I'm going to call it a harness. I'm not sure what you want to call it technically, but I'm going to call it a harness to run for monitor to run power to the Pro 700, because the Pro 700 will control my 1240 planter. Basically, just the 1200 will just be there for the auto guide, is kind of how I've been told, what I've kind of taken it. The 1200 cannot run a 1240 planter. No big deal. It's no big deal. Anything you went up to in that era was going to be that way. I'm whatever. I mean, I'm used to a bunch of monitors in a cab anyway. Because I'll have the field view in there, the 2020, which the 2020 will basically just be there when I'm planting corn. And I would say next year we'll do the same again. We'll just leave the 290 on plant beans and do it that way again, because I mean, it worked quite well. Have an option to go both ways. That's where that stands. But they thought maybe today it might be done, which I pretty well informed them. Well, hey, I won't come over here. I won't come over there until Friday. So don't worry about me. I'll just be over there Friday to pick it up. That's kind of what I told them. So just make it be simple. Just do it that way. So that's the best way to do it. Just let you guys have more time. Go from there. So, which they pretty well said should be easy. And they got to change the quick hitch. It is set up for category 4, and I told them, said for what I use, it needs to be category 3. So they're going to do that too, which that's a really easy. Me and the uncle and my hired man, we did the 290. But basically, with me with no help right now, I basically said if you guys could do it, I'd appreciate it, and I'll pay you for it. Because just with no help here, I can't do it myself. So it's kind of it's not a one-man job, and they're set up to do it. They can do it quicker than I can do it. I mean, we did it right here because we went back to put the cultivator on. We brought it back here to the shed there one year, and yeah, it wouldn't hook up. So that's one thing I wanted to make sure I seen on this one, to make sure I seen and knew quick in advance, because but they're going to do that for me. My tractor is sold. The guy that come out and looked at it there, I guess this Monday, the guy that looked at it this Monday, he did buy it. So it is Ohio bound area, Ohio Pennsylvania border, somewhere in there. It's heading to the East Coast. Don't know when. Don't know when on that. I know the guy said they had to slide the tires out for him, or that was part of the deal. He said they farmed so many hills, they had the tractors out on a wider stance. And he was just kind of amazed at our flatland here, but I'm I'm glad we got flatland for what he said, because I don't want to mess with any hills and all that like they do. But anyway, back to the rambling. But hopefully I will try and do a video when I get it home and let you all see it. Anxious to see it. Wife saw it yesterday for the first time, so I think she was happy. Her thought was it's big, and I'm like, well, it's 2 models bigger, but it's also got a Fiat motor in it, so it just makes it look big. But I said basically same size. I mean, it went up to 2 horsepower sizes, however you want to call it, basically on that. But nope, I'll let you see it probably maybe Friday, how busy we are. We are still technically loading grain out. They are waiting on a train. The train is supposed to be there or darn near there today. They basically said late morning, hopefully early afternoon, they can start loading corn again. So we're kind of in standby mode, which is no big deal because I got that meeting anyway. So that is no big deal really. I'm not really worried about that, so I can go to it. But we've got quite a bit of stuff we want to move. But anyway, moving on to that, but hopefully, and we've got a new tractor on a grain cart. We've upped our horsepower. Since mine was leaving yesterday, nothing to run the grain cart. So the 290 and the bean planter are still at Casey. It's a little sore subject still as well. Anyway, it was supposed to have been done, and they didn't do a blanky blank thing. Didn't start it till I think basically yesterday or the day before, late evening. So so that's why we're using my 450 in a grain cart now, which is nice. It will work, and we can pull up next to a truck. So that is kind of nice. It will work. But we have to unload the grain cart back to this side. We can't unload the grain cart where we're loading corn right now because there's propane tanks in the way. Hindsight, I mean, just something you don't think about. We was doing it all look good how we got our augers set up, and yeah, I mean, with the 290 or 245, you can unload into the truck as you're doing this. But the 450 with the big ass tires, yeah, you ain't getting in there, period. And if the guys really angle it, back pretty good, you can get to the front hopper. Because I know the one guy before, now this guy was new here yesterday, had never been here, which I could just basically get in the back hopper, which you knocked off 400 bushel in the back hopper, 450 somewhere in there. So that was, anything's a big help. Anything's a big help to get a little bit off. And we can kind of core grain bins out that way as well. So core grain bins with the grain cart, and I'm pulling out of our drying bin. Everything else here is cleaned out now. So I'm pulling out of our drying bin and going around the circle and unloading it. So, which that is quite nice. You can just basically pull up there. So this will be kind of won't be an inconvenience. It won't be bad. But basically you're going to unload them here and back in there. But anyway, on to the wheat. I don't know. I checked some Tuesday evening. It's awful wet. Like I said, have not checked any yesterday. I did not check any yesterday. I mean, it is just holding wet. Some neighbors tried to cut Tuesday. It was too wet, they quit. Another neighbor said he was going to cut Tuesday night. He said he told me Tuesday night he was going to try and cut some yesterday. I never did hear. I need to call him and see if he did cut and just see. A lot of our heads are sticking upright and they're just not drying down. And we kind of thought yesterday, last Tuesday and Wednesday, we had I won't say real hot, but I mean, you're in the mid 80s and a dry wind. I mean, that should have been a great wheat drying weather, really. But didn't really see it. Just a lot of things are holding wet. Sorry, I'm adjusting this sprinkler some to get a little more cover. And that's one thing that kind of we noticed. Guys on the sand that are cutting, or he started cutting last week. He was saying in the same pass 19 to 25. So yeah, we know ours is pretty darn wet. If yours is still that wet. I need to just set back, guys, because I'm watering more of the field corn than I am I'm watering. Well, it ain't bad. It ain't gonna be perfect, but yeah. But we're kind of noticing, kind of seeing that. Need to go walk some today. I mean, I think it is supposed to be a calm day, like 83 for a high, so it's supposed to cool off a little bit. And then, Friday, Saturday, back up in the 90s, and short wheat cutting weather. Pretty well, if you want to say that, just basically wheat cutting weather. Combine's ready. Bean head or draper head is ready. I got it off the cart the other day, or got it off the cart Tuesday. Checked her all out, ran it. Greased the 4 bearings up underneath that you can't get to. It's on the cart, so they're all greased. It's ready to go. So that's good. Grain cart, I greased it and all that. It's ready to go, which it's been using it for corn anyway, but I greased all it the other day, so it is ready to go. I mean, basically, we're just kind of ready, waiting on the wheat. I mean, today's Thursday, I just don't know. We kind of thought in some ways may try and cut a sample late this evening. Don't know. I mean, I need to talk to one neighbor and just see, but I mean, our heads are sticking, a lot of them are sticking upright, and a lot of ours where we got wheat, there's a few wet spots in it, and the wet spots, that's where the straw is really green. So really holding on tight. And I know we got one field where our ultra early wheat seems to be our greener, less maturing wheat. Now, deer ravaged it as well. So, I mean, can't really, that delayed it, hurt it, however you want to say. So that is also in the mix there to consider. But I think that stuff is next week to cut. So, I mean, yeah, it's just, and around the woods, what woods I can see, it's just green. The straw is even green. So, heck, I mean, yeah, I know it's going to be wetter. I mean, out in the middle of the field, maybe 16, 17, give or take. But out in the edges, it's going to be probably 25, 27. Hopefully, by just say next Monday, it evens out. 2 really hot days. Now, they are saying some rain. I mean, they are saying rain Sunday. Yeah, they are saying rain Sunday. Could be severe storms. I'll believe it when I see it. Not counting much, not saying much, but yeah. But usually wheat cutting time brings the rain. I mean, that's just pretty well a given. But yes, but that's the status right now. And I just don't know. It's just the unknown factor on this wheat. I just don't know how. Just don't know. I need to make a phone call and see what that guy said. But I mean, like I said, our heads are still upright, are still basically sticking up and down. I did not check it since Tuesday evening. Get back from my meeting after lunch, I may go up there and walk that north end of it and just kind of curiosity and see. There is a or what I call a barn lot, but there's a patch next to a house. It's like 1.5 acres, and we've got some windrows where it kind of washed. We're going to do some, hopefully we can get our township to do some dirt work and look at it and kind of modify or clean out some dirt and all that. So that's where it's pretty green there too, but hopefully in a couple of days it might be good. But I spread clover on it, so I said something to my neighbor. If he wants to round bale the straw, I can rub it on the ground and we can kind of get rid of that straw, because that'll be better moving dirt around. Hindsight, but that's kind of what I said, and he'd kind of said something, said, yeah, that maybe we just square bale all the straw right in one location. Then got kind of a halfway list of square bales people want, so we'll go from there. Do have that. My part-time guy listens to this. It's an unknown number. Gonna have to do some discussing, but got a number. We'll play that by year, but I need to get my bale collector on. I mean, it's ready to go, but need to get my bale collector on and just get ready. Uncle wants to move not an auger, move a fan around. We can clean out a bin, so that way it's ready. We got a fan on there to blow the dirt and dust out of the bin. I'll do that, and I'll probably put the bale collector on, which that's nothing. At least that way it's ready. Ain't gonna mess with it. Hopefully the bean planter is done today. I mean, they had the pivot bushings off, and they were destroyed. They were destroyed. It was destroyed. Yeah. I mean, I never remember seeing the other ones, but there was no pivot bushings left. It was gone. So that is the problem. Should be good to go. It should have lasted longer than that. I will say that should have lasted longer than that. It didn't. Whatever. Yeah, parts don't last as long as they used to. So anyway, but nope, that's the problem. I'm hoping to get it back home this evening. Not guaranteeing that. But if I don't cut wheat Friday, it's no big deal. And like I said, I just don't know. I just don't know if we can cut or not. Yeah, I need to call that neighbor here after bed. I didn't need to do that and just see what he says. But the tractor, the plan, the guy said the tractor to bring my new tractor home. The plan is bring it home Friday. So that is my plan. And because I still got to put the grain cart on their 290. Uncle will not run my Steiger, so that is a no-go. And we don't know how close we can get with the Draper. I mean, I guess hired man and me both said we'd love to try it, but yeah, he won't run the grain cart, so yeah. Or he won't run my 450, so yeah, it's better off not even trying that, because it might be entertaining, and not in a good way. Because after buying this tractor, I don't need to spend anything else for a while. This tractor was yeah. But hopefully it's a good one. 245 was a good one. Can't complain. Kind of miss it. It was a somber day yesterday, really, when she kind of reality sunk in. He was basically saying goodbye to the tractor. It is the last big machinery that Dad had bought that I still have. Hell, like the wife said, you still got his 09 F250 utility tractor. I mean, you've got some small stuff, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, but that is the last big purchase that he made. So it's just kind of. Maybe it's just me, guys, but it's just kind of it was kind of a sad day, kind of once you got to realizing you got closer to Terre Haute. It's just kind of a sad day. You realized that it was not yours anymore, and it was actually coming to fruition. Change is good. I mean, kind of, you got to move on. Change is good, but just kind of a sad day. And but nope, that's kind of my thing for the day. Hopefully this one gets posted too. But I better let go, and I gotta get the dog running up. He's out here somewhere playing around, walking around. The alfalfa is blooming again. I mean, it is. Real quick. I mean, basically just that 1-2 inch rain. I mean, it has grown back phenomenal. Granted, like me and the guy that cuts it said, back in the brush on all these patches there, I'm sure there ain't nothing. Basically, just yeah, I'm sure I'm sure there's nothing back in there. Just we know that. But yeah, I mean, out in the open, I mean, I would have never believed it got that. No, we did not spray it this time. We kind of got lucky, didn't have to. I mean, we kind of had plans to, but retailer got busy spraying beans, so I was not worried about it, and do not see any leaf hoppers anyway. But we will spray it next time. We will spray it next time, but most likely, well, if it don't rain, we won't. So that's kind of one thing. But yeah, I'd say after we get this wheat cut and all that, but who knows? But that's the update. But I'll do one Friday when I get the tractor. If I get the tractor home Friday, I'll do an update for you. But that is the plan to bring it home. It is the plan to bring that tractor home. So I'll just let you all go and hope you enjoy the video. And I think I made it longer than the one I had yesterday, the one I made yesterday and messed up on. So I hope you all enjoy and take care. And I probably might see you maybe later on tomorrow evening, whether it be a combine video, short one, or a tractor video. So hope you all enjoy. Later.